In this episode, I'm going to share with you how I cope during the holidays, and I hope it helps you as well. Welcome back to Navigating Endo with Ashley. Today, I want to focus on three main things. First one being setting boundaries. Second one being considering travel and spoons. And lastly, focus on your mental health. You need to look after you first because that's what matters. Setting boundaries is super difficult, I think, for anything we do in life, but especially when you have a chronic illness. It's so important to learn how to do these things for yourself and for your health. One way that you can set boundaries is letting family know what your expectations are in terms of food, time limits, and conversations that are okay to have. I've learned over the years that I appreciate having conversations about my health condition, but sometimes I'm just not interested in talking about health. Perhaps certain people being present at an event might be a trigger for you. It might cause you increased stress, especially if they've been people who have not been supportive of you in your journey thus far. So if these types of people are going to be there, maybe you don't want to be there. Maybe it's not healthy for you to be there. Or maybe you feel like you can have healthy conversations with them now, and considering things like setting time limits, letting family members know your concerns, maybe some adjustments can be made, but you don't have to be around everyone just because it's the holidays. Sometimes it's better to just set those boundaries. Setting boundaries for time limits for interactions with family members is a big thing for me. My family has always been about quality time. I believe that's everyone's love language that I've learned over the years, as well as mine. And I've found that I can easily overdo it when I don't respect my own time boundaries. So that's something that I've implemented, and it helps me immensely in not just the holidays, but for all events that I go to. Personal experiences with food boundaries is just knowing my body well enough to know whether or not I'm in a current flare with my digestive tract, or if I'm okay to indulge a little bit more. But I do need to consider, what are all the ramifications? Is it worth it? And a lot of the times the answer is no. So moderation is key for me in my health journey, and keep these things in mind for yourself as well. What works best for you? Traveling during the holidays and spoons. I really wanted to do that. Thank you for letting me do that. Consider the impact of traveling on your health. So this might be a thing for some people. Sometimes it's not a thing for you. Like maybe your family is close by, maybe you live together, that kind of thing. For me, it's quite the opposite. My family live a minimum of 2 hours away by car. So this is a big deal for me and my considerations for holiday plans. One adjustment that I've made over the years is specifically around Christmas time, because that's the holiday that I celebrate. I make a point of seeing family either before or after. Sometimes that means a couple weeks or maybe a month before, and sometimes that means following the holiday, so maybe in the new year. Just some food for thought. If you like to host, or if you like to host maybe 1 or 2 people, if you have the space to do it. I mean, when my family come here, they literally stay on my couch. I'm pointing to my couch, which is right behind me. And they stay for a couple days. You take the train in or take a flight in and take the train back home again. And it's kind of fun and something to look forward to. And sometimes we do it last minute. We wait until maybe a day or 2 before and see how we're feeling over here. The travel part is, that's a hurdle for myself and for a lot of people. However, there's also the emotional side. So many people struggle around this time of year, and myself included. I do celebrate. I love it. I love doing the decorations. I love doing Christmas baking, but there's a large emotional toll that follows me along with the holidays. Recently, in the past year, I lost someone really close to me. And I think a lot of people can resonate with this. And it's not always grieving a loved one though. Sometimes you're grieving a life that you thought you would have. And that's very prevalent in the chronic illness community. I might be getting a little teary-eyed. I might have to take a bit of a break. I'm one of those cheesy people. I put up my decorations. It took me a few days. I did not do it all at once. I took about 3 or 4 days just to do what you can kind of see in my background here. This is probably the first year that I actually took time to do the decoration install, decoration put up on separate days. So important. I'm pointing because it's important. You know, do whatever you need to do that's gonna help you. Be a little bit selfish during the holidays. What I like to do is I love to turn my lights on, turn my fireplace on, because I just love the atmosphere it creates. I love to watch holiday movies. I like listening to Christmas music. That's just my jam, but if that's not you, do what makes you happy during these weeks and months leading up to the holidays and then entering to the new year. Another thing I find very helpful to do around the holiday season is journaling. I'm sure you've heard this many times, and I also cannot say it enough. Journaling makes a huge difference. Tracking, you know, the foods you're intaking, what you're drinking, your sleep habits, your medications, all these things. I just find it to be very therapeutic. I hope that this was helpful for you in your chronic illness journey during the holidays. Hopefully some of it resonates. Maybe you pick up a few tips or tricks. And if you have some really helpful tips or tricks that you do during the holiday season to help you cope, please, please, please comment below. I love reading the comments. I love communicating with my viewers because you all are so awesome. So let's do these holidays. There's a whole community of us out there. We're here to support each other. If you like this video, please feel free to hit the like button. Maybe you want to subscribe, potentially, and you know, share. I'm okay if you share. I won't be upset at it. I hope this was a good episode for you. I appreciate you all, and I will talk to you soon.